Hi, well, Ham fam, welcome back to our channel. I'm Debbie.
I'm Darren.
And it's the Mishk.
It is.
It is the prettiest little girl in the world. And she's off. And she's running for over there. She's running for... You're not
Running,
on the Grand
running,
National,
running.
No, she has had a bit of a balmy potty run. And, yeah, she just wants to get in her cage and eat her mash. So, guys, we will be back with you on the proper screening momentarily. Right, guys, so Mishka and Victor are both in, and we still have the main clunker out, which is Earbud. Right, now before I start with our usual bit of word of the week, I wanted to say that we've had some breaking news coming in via a cousin, actually. The draw for the next PM will be at 8 PM tonight, using Excalibur and a set of balls number 6, because I think that is likely to work. Is that just me, or is it backwards?
No, it's right around.
Oh, that's all right then. Other than that, we don't get into politics, but it just made me and Darren giggle so much.
Yeah.
So
And my one's backwards.
Yeah. Oh, yours is backwards.
Mine's backwards.
Oh.
Yours isn't.
Yeah. Apologies as well, guys, for the late video. So
I
had a migraine, so all I could do last night, well, yesterday, Thursday during the day, was pretty much sleep as much as I could during the day, because being awake when you've got a migraine is just not. I can't deal with light, I can't deal with noise, it's just blooming awful.
Yeah.
Right.
Then Friday, the computer was mucking around. So didn't want to do it.
So Thursday I was sick, and I did actually, true witch style, I had my head in a cauldron.
So fortunately enough, on Thursday, I'd actually put Saturday's one on, which is the one we put on Friday. So I just changed the date from Saturday into Friday instead. So you still got one on Friday.
Basically, you've just got us the wrong way around.
Yeah.
But still. Anyway, let's start off properly. So, word of the week.
Word of the week. Word of the week.
Now, Darren, I obviously spell it out for Darren, and he can say it a lot easier than I can, so we'll let Darren say the word and I'll say what it is.
Orpharon.
Orpharon, you said?
Yeah, Orpharon.
Yeah.
Orpharon. Yeah.
We don't know, but what I can tell you, to give you a clue straight away, is a unibrow would not have one.
Orpharon. Possibly.
Darren?
Yeah, what?
You completely. See, he was trying to pronounce it. A unibrow person wouldn't have one.
A unibrow person wouldn't have one?
Mm-hmm.
A gap in the centre?
It is precisely that, the space between your eyebrows.
Alright.
I thought that was a bit different.
A Cyclops wouldn't have one either.
Does Cyclops have eyebrows anyway?
Yes, but only one. Only got one eye.
I can't say I've ever noticed. I'll have to look at the picture of that. Right, anyway, going on from Cyclopses, we've got Sherlock. So what was last week's?
Last week's?
And I'll give you my wrong answer after you've done.
Was Joe. Oh, Joe, what do you know?
Oh, that's right. You had to guess
it's the
how
age,
old.
that's right, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The age. Said 3 years ago he'd been 7 times as old as his sister Ruthie. Then he had 2 years ago he'd been 4 times her age at 1 year, and 1 year ago he'd been 3 times her age. What? How old is he?
Right, I know this is wrong.
Yeah.
But I put 22.
Yeah.
Just because I felt like it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I actually worked it out when I was on the loo. Before I did it.
That is very specific.
Yeah, I looked through to see if some of them are really sort of, no one's going to be interested in it at all. So I was looking through on the loo, and I worked it out when I was on the loo. So he's 10 and she's 4. Because it was 3 years ago, he'd been 7 times as old as she was. 3 years ago she was 1, so he would have been 7. 7 plus 3 is 10.
No, I get how it went. I got how it went
Then
actually when
Then you
you.
had it 2 years ago. She would have been 2 and he would have been 8. So it's 4 times her age. And then 1 year ago, he'd have been 9 and she'd have been 3.
Yeah.
So
Right,
it's 10,
so
he's 10 and she's 4.
right, so he's 10, she's 4, and how did our fans do?
Journey into the Realm.
Hello.
Is he 10 years old now? Yeah, I'm assuming he's still a child due to the pictures, as it would work for adults' ages too. Wouldn't work out, the dynamics wouldn't work. It doesn't go as 3 times or 7 times. It might work on one, but it wouldn't work on all of them.
Maisie, behave yourself. Be a good girl. Sorry.
Run, spin.
I bet that had no effect whatsoever.
Maisie, breakdance.
See, we shouldn't be encouraged.
No, I don't.
This is the problem.
Right, Pink Poodle. She looks very hard this week. I tried it this way and that way. I come up with so many answers that are incorrect. I think 10 years old for Ruthie and Joe's 40. No,
Oh,
got one of them, got the 10 and the 4, but not the right sort of bit. Took me ages to come to this conclusion. Much working out on paper. Well, I tried it, might be totally wrong.
See, now that's sensible.
Yeah.
However, I just pick out a number.
Right. So, we've got this week's Maid of Vale.
Maid of Vale.
Yeah, looks like it. During the adventures of the Maid of Vale baker, Holmes tasked Wiggins and the irregulars with observing both the baker, Jerry by name, and his dissolute cousin, James. Caution was strictly advised as both men were prone to a certain lamentable rashness. When Wiggins returned to 221B, he reported that Jerry had left the bakery at 9 AM sharp and set off up Watling Street at a leisurely 2 miles an hour. An hour later, James had followed in his cousin's footsteps by walking more briskly at 4 miles an hour and with a lovely Irish setter in tow. The dog had immediately dashed off after the baker and, according to Wiggins' intelligence, had no sooner caught up with Jerry than it turned around and ran back to James. It then proceeded to continue running back and forth between the men at an even 10 miles an hour until James had caught up with Jerry, at which point all three stopped entirely. We made sense of it all in the end, but how far did the dog run? I'll give you a clue, it's not as hard as you think it is. It's you could go into the bits of trying to work it out too much.
I think I know the fix, but I've missed the bit that gave the clue to the fix. I think.
There you go. He was the first one set off at 2 miles an hour. Then an hour later, the other one set off at 4 miles an hour. And the dog travelled between them at 10 miles an hour. How far did the dog travel?
I'm guessing.
Simplifying it, that was.
Right, okay. So,
Yeah.
the riddle. Now, I know I've got the right answer this week. It's very me.
She wasn't a maiden for long. Over 1,000 people went down on her. Something really big and hard ripped her open. Who is she?
She would be the beautiful, unsinkable Titanic.
Yeah. Sam Sargent, the riddle to Titanic. Journey into the Realm, riddle. I'm probably way off, but is it the ship the Titanic?
You are not way off, you
No.
are right on.
Yeah. Pink Poodle, The answer to the damage riddle is the great unsinkable ship herself, Titanic. I had a distant relative, my nanny's cousin, perish on the Titanic. Also, my son Ethan has been assessed since he could speak with Titanic, and has lots of items to do with this beautiful ship. He used to say in a different life he died on there. It's very strange that a 5-year-old would rather go to a Titanic exposition instead of a party.
In actual fact, when Darren said to me about that, he knew darn well what I was thinking, because I was the same, basically. I knew far more about something that I shouldn't have known about from a very, very young age. And I collected absolutely everything going.
Yeah.
Even from a very young age, I wanted things that were about Titanic. But yeah, no, it's one of my belief systems on that as well.
Yeah. And that was that. So we've got this one's. Right, what's dry going in, wet coming out, and satisfies at least 2 people?
Ooh. Right.
Yeah. Right. So now we have got caption of the week.
Yeah.
Caption of the week. Caption of the week. Boom, boom, boom.
Right. So last week's caption was.
Yeah. Last week's caption was that.
Right. I've got. That's the last time I stick my paw in an electric socket. Rubber balloon on my head. I kill you. Maybe he's born with it. That's the last time doing catnip.
We have got Journey into the Realm. We've got Honing My Inner Falcor. Falcor even.
Falcor, yeah.
Don't be fooled by the fluff. And though she be fluffy, she is fierce.
She does look.
Though she be but fluffy, she is fierce. Even.
She does look quite stern, doesn't she?
She looks upset. Right, Pink Poodle. 9 of them this week. Right. I'm never going to that hairdresser's again. David Attenborough voice again. The common cactus grumpius.
Yeah, yeah, she's quite alright.
The agent sent me to audition for the film Cat to the Future as Doc Meow.
I love that. Is it wrong? I can actually see it in a white coat. You know.
Boris Johnson rang me and said, "Why did you give me that hairdresser's name?" This that launched 1,000 ships.
Oh.
Are you a uni cat? No, sorry, my hair, not a horn.
Uni cat.
Having a really bad hair day. I thought wings were supposed to be on your back.
Yeah, that's good as well.
And don't look into my eyes, you'll turn to stone.
Oh, that's brilliant. Mel Juicer.
Meow juicer, yeah. Right.
Oh, love it.
Yeah. And this week's one is...
You're going to love it. Gorgeous. He's so cute. Or she's so cute. I don't know.
I like a little pouch on the side as well.
Yeah. Oh. And she looks perfect. Or he or she looks perfectly happy. Bless. Right.
Would she be a hedge witch?
I'm going to smack you one. That is the first one I've got on my thing. I've got it written down. You're not supposed to give things away like that. And no, I don't use violence. I can't reach him from here. Right. So we've got... You ruined my best one.
That's alright, I've forgotten about it one next week. Right. Videos posted this week.
Right, so posted this week we have got this, that and a bit of the other. The Works Online Hall. Freya's Cauldron, October. Coven, October. Bats About Bats.
Batty About Bats,
Oh. Okay, fair enough. Wrestle Crate, September. And we have got several different witch boxes to video.
No. We've got the one from yesterday as well, which is the Fiver Friday one from Cuddle Box.
Oh yes, we did. Sorry, I didn't write that down. I forgot. Which obviously we showed yesterday because we didn't show this yesterday, hence why it wasn't on my list. But yeah, coming up or to video, we've got quite a few again to video.
We've got some that are waiting to go on again. We've got
we have got backup
Witch
as well.
Casket and
Freya's Cauldron.
No, Click Crate.
Oh right, Click Crate. Yeah.
Classic Click Crate.
Click Clack. Yeah, so we've got quite a few to video and quite a few that are waiting to go on.
So they'll be moved around.
Right.
What we get on there could be anything.
Now on to something that isn't a weekly thing at all. It's a yearly thing. We give you earbuds.
Ooh.
That's not right.
Click the wrong button.
Will they still hear me?
They'll hear. We can't hear it, but they can.
Okay. Hi, Wilhelm. Oh, sorry. Look at him. Look, he looks ancient, doesn't he?
Boy.
He's ready for his bumps. Okay. One. Two.
He's 2 years old.
Sorry. Right. Now, give puzzle board, guys. But got up. He wants his sweeties. He wants more time. He wants the cake that Nonna baked him.
He's
He will
not
not have a whole one, but I give it to him for the sake of his birthday. And look at him engaging.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, he smelled it last night. He was after it last night.
Yeah, we had to hide them. So, let's say, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, earbuds. Happy birthday to you.
Hey!
Now, I point out that this is the bit they don't get, which is the jam bit. He won't touch that anyway. Don't just, I said you didn't touch it, you know. Obstinate of a 2-year-old. But the mum does them with little sugar at all, really. But there you go. Yeah, he absolutely loves my cakes so much so he will no longer eat chocolate, which, to be honest, they only eat them once a year for their birthdays. But honestly, you're not supposed to be having that. Yeah, I know it's not actually what's it, but the point. Yeah, you don't have to prove
he's
the
not going to
fact.
have all of it. He's not going to have all of it.
No,
he's not
Mummy's
going
to turn that round so you can get that lump there. Bear in mind that sleep with it as well, as opposed to he comes out and he's usually covered in cake. It's just the way it is. So, to you guys, he's birthday. to the original bit, guys. See you there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you guys like that. I'm sorry if you heard can opening and slurping and tins moving. I initially thought that you probably couldn't hear us, so not my fault.
No, the microphone still works.
I realise that now. Right, so this week I completed a puzzle, Market Mayhem. Snug and jig. Or skidge.
That's the back bit of what you can see. And that's the bit.
So you've got more upgraded technology.
Yeah, it's a mystery. There's a person in an outfit.
Handing out leaflets about cream, I think.
Don't know.
No, I can't remember.
But no. Yeah.
Right, so TV and film this week. I've been watching a lot, and I mean a lot, of a program called Scorpion. It's a group of people that basically they're geniuses. He's got an IQ of 97.
No, he hasn't. He's got an IQ of 197.
Yeah, okay.
97, isn't that remarkable?
Alright, well, he's got an IQ of 197. He works alongside other geniuses in their bit, and then you've got an ex-waitress, Paige, who helps them talk to people. It's really high adrenaline going. It's really good. They're really good. They're problem solvers. They do things all over the world, and they inevitably, it's a bit like if the A-Team and MacGyver and Numbers had a baby. Yeah, I think I said that last week as well. Probably. But it is really good. It's only on Prime now for I think 10 more days, something like that, which is why I've been watching so much of it, because to be honest I want to see them all before they're taken off. I'm on season 3, so I'm doing all right. Right,
we watched a bit of Grimm. Yeah,
we didn't watch too much of Grimm because of the reason Scorpion's going off. So also with everything that happened, which I'll talk about afterwards, we decided to watch all 8 of the Harry Potter films and all 3 of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them films.
We have actually, it's the first time we've seen The Secrets of Dumbledore.
That's right, yeah.
And it could very well be the last time we've seen The Secrets of Dumbledore as well.
Fantastic Beasts I found really difficult to get into. It wasn't bad. It had brilliant bits in it, but it also had a lot of slowness and it was
as the films have gone on, there's been less to do with Fantastic Beasts at all anyway. They just seem to throw some in every now and again just to make the title work.
I mean they've gone more political than anything else with whatever happens with Grindelwald and that. I think that it would have been better had it have been something like him having to go through bits to rescue or to take animals, you know, so you had basically I think that would have made better story, and it would have come away from Harry Potter entirely.
They've thrown some things in as bits for like Harry Potter, like they threw in the second one, they threw in McGonagall, who is got to be at least in her mid-20s, early 30s in the film, and she was actually been -8 because they threw her in there because they wanted recognisable bits.
Yeah, I'd say fair enough. It bothers Darren more than it bothers me. But
it was supposed to be 5 films. As it's looking at the moment, this is the last one.
Yeah, we don't.
Which means there won't be any. You won't finish the story off.
It's a shame. I mean, I think they.
But especially with what's going on with Warner Brothers at the moment, because they don't seem to want to do bits at the moment, because they had Batgirl completed, and they've canned it, just a tax write-off.
But I mean, in all honesty, with the films, it's the animals and Newt that we really love.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, because Newt is as quirky as he is, it would have worked to have something based on the animals.
Yeah, I thought.
I mean,
could be about halfway through it, and then it went quiet again, and then the end was good.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the main parts that were good were with him in it.
Yeah,
basically.
it was. You could see it being the middle of a fifth 5 sets of films.
Yeah.
Because it's the middle bit that's not got a lot going on.
Right. Anyway, the reason that you've probably guessed that we felt like watching Harry Potter wasn't just because we had the new Fantastic Beasts film. Primarily, it was the loss, of course, of Robbie Coltrane.
Yeah.
BritBox put out a bit. Robbie Coltrane, much loved for his roles in some of Britain's most iconic films and TV series, including Cracker, Tutti Frutti, Blackadder, Minder, Eat the Rich, National Treasure, and more.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah. I'm right.
So, I mean, he was. I mean,
yeah, Eat the Rich was.
He'll always be Hagrid to me.
Comic strip film.
It's the same with Alan Rickman. He will always be Snape. So, I have got the right name, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yes, I wasn't sure then.
Snape, yeah.
But no,
Hans Gruber.
They're really. It is what it is.
A Christmas film. Right. So what we got now?
Right,
we
are on to Weird and Wonderful indeed. So this week, Fashion Week, I've got 5 dresses because there isn't one collection, and they're a bit darker this week, some of them.
Yeah.
So
that's wicked.
That is blooming brilliant, isn't it? Especially with Halloween coming up.
Yeah.
This set, well, it isn't a set, but this group, a few of them, I was actually going to save until Halloween, but I decided to do something a bit different, so they've come out this week.
Yeah.
Next one.
That one. It's like blood across the front of it.
I know. I think it's really quite macabre.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
A lot of bone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like skulls at the bottom.
Yeah, it's got a sort of vampy feel to it for me.
Yeah. And
okay, so
another one of the pastels.
Yeah, I know.
Debbie does love her pastel ones.
I do love these. They're so lovely.
Yeah.
But again, it would be either tomato sauce or tomato soup, and that's it for life. Then you just wouldn't want to eat anything in it.
No.
And you'd only get crumbs in your bust anyway. Or peanuts. I went to a party once. I ended up with peanuts all down my top. It wasn't even me eating them.
Right. And Debbie's green one. You've got your own green one, haven't you? Yours.
I don't know that I've got any more now. I think that was the last Ozish one I had. I could be wrong. Right, so our next one, really cute. Again, I was going to save this till next week.
Really cute.
Horror gnomes.
Right.
Horror garden gnomes.
Right, so have we got zoom it up so you can see it in these.
I think they're wicked.
Trick or Treat, Scream, Hannibal Lecter, Leatherface, Jason. Not a clue who she is. She could be anyone.
So answers on a postcard.
Don't know. Yeah, so you got Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
God, I can't remember his name. It's from the Rob Zombie one. Can't remember the film either.
No.
Ash from Evil Dead. And Michael Myers. One of my favourites.
I'd say they're so cool. They really are cool. I thought, why not? I'll show them. Right, our next bit is a cat candle. You might think, watch how it burns, people.
Yeah, it can. Yeah, you burn it, it leaves a skeleton
of the cat.
Metal.
They look so cute, and then all of a sudden, But honestly, I think that is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Right, now this next one, hang on Darren, I will warn you, this is a spider one. I have got writing, so if you don't like spiders, don't look at the screen, and I will tell you when you're safe to look at the screen again, okay?
Yeah. Right. It's a spider.
That is a spider. There is a secondary picture, but if you bear with me, wraparound spiders, they're not poisonous, but they will bite. But it doesn't actually cause you any harm, apart from psychologically.
Yeah.
Wraparound spiders belong to the Dolphyres genus, and they are 17 species that are endemic to Australia and parts of Oceania. They're able to flatten themselves so perfectly against the surface of a branch because of their unique body shape. Now if Darren shows you this next picture of them, it's when they're moving around more so. Yeah, precisely.
We're making smaller now.
We'll make him smaller, yes. So, I'm going to say the next one is Cake of the Week. So
right,
people, you are
safe.
now safe to look.
Yep. And eat a poison cake.
It's brilliant. I love the tentacles. I'm very lucky I said that right, because I don't usually.
Yeah.
Yeah. That match that dress, actually.
They do, yeah. I'll zoom in out a bit.
They're brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, now then, because obviously Halloween's next week, I thought I'd do this week and next week with ideas for Halloween food. So, this first item is roadkill patties, which sounds utterly revolting. They look utterly well, they look like mincemeat.
Yeah. Well, basically, they look like.
Hang on. They followed a recipe for red coloured Rice Krispie treats and formed them into the shape of that resembles beef patties.
Yeah.
Then they got some meat trays from the butchers. The final touch was printing the fake label on the front.
Yeah, I love that it says sourced organically this morning on my commute.
I mean, they're brilliant, aren't they? They really are brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, this next one is healthy but spooky.
Yeah.
So far we've seen quite a lot of sugary snacks and foods that are probably not too healthy for you. To balance things out, you can try making this spooky acai bowl. Don't know. Right. That is perfect for a Halloween party.
Spookootery.
Right, so this next one is
it's
pasta.
Pasta.
Yeah.
Spiders and pumpkins and stuff. Right?
And the read up I did is for the next one, I think, actually, because I forgot I had more. Yes, it was. So that was the healthy one. The scariest thing about this is how delicious it is. Even though it's low in sugar and fat, of course, we do not recommend that you eat the plastic spiders. They're bad for you and will most likely kill you, basically. But yeah,
because it's apple. With strawberry in the mouth of the tongue.
Yeah.
And some sort of nuts or seed.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's very much a healthy sort of alternative bit that still looks creepy enough. I mean, it's genius, really.
Yeah.
Right, so what have we got next? No, we still have some more food.
Do we? Oh,
right.
Wicked. That's brilliant, that is.
That's self-explanatory. I think it's an apple and blackberry pie, and they've just cut out bits to make the face of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, Jack.
And this is
So that's same with just paint in for the bits for the.
So if you aren't talented, and more to the point, if you don't want to give your children too many sweets, it's a really fun alternative bit. You can either do the little faces on them yourself or get the kids to do them before they have a Satsuma sort of thing. It's just a wee bit of fun.
Yeah, that's wicked.
But yeah, they're a brilliant idea. Right. So this one,
I've seen this a few years ago. This one. The outfit.
now unfortunately I can't find my write-up for that.
No?
For some reason it's not on there.
I think they were shadows.
Yes, they are. They're shadows. That's precisely what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was last year's Halloween costume for that family. I don't think I did the write-up because that's all it pretty much said, actually.
Yeah. I think it's a few years ago, a few years old now.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Right, so this next one is brilliant, and I have got a write-up on.
Oh, yes.
Now, this is the person speaking. I needed a quick and easy Halloween costume this year, as I finished work at 5 and had to grab my son and take him out trick-or-treating. Apparently I can't go as a witch because I'm a witch every year. That's what her son said to her.
Yeah.
So what she did was she made herself a plum bob, and is going as a sim. Now those of you that don't know, there is a PC game that's been going for absolutely.
The Sims. They've all got the character who you're operating at that time as a diamond, as a green diamond over the top.
That's
of their
right. So they walk around with this green diamond, and if they're feeling ill and what have you, the diamond changes colour as their stats come down. So there is a reason for it, but it's a really simplistic sort of idea that I thought was absolutely fabulous. Especially like you don't have something just to all of a sudden your child says no, you can't do that. I think the best thing would have been I suppose she could have turned around and said, well, I'll wear it this year because it's too late to get anything else, and we get something special next year.
Yeah.
But no, she had no idea, and good on her. Right, and the next picture is...
Oh, that's brilliant.
It is absolutely fantastic, isn't it?
Looks like,
it's the married couple from Beetlejuice that of course died. I can never remember the name.
Maitlands. They're the Maitlands.
Do you remember the first names?
Not offhand. They're over there.
I know, I bought you the figures.
They're over there.
But no, I just saw that and I thought, that's great. You can actually get just parts of it. You can get like cheap masks and bits like that, but obviously,
looks like it's been made.
Yeah, I mean, say the more you spend, the better the quality generally with those bits.
Yeah.
Right. Animals fancy dress, guys.
Yeah. He's a perfect watermelon.
He is a perfect watermelon,
even with the pips.
I know, it's even his own costume. He made that himself.
Yeah.
It's really impressive, but I just thought he was gorgeous. Right, now we got another 4.
Yeah.
So we got a hedgehog that's going to a party as a dinosaur with his mates.
Disc of foxglove.
Yeah, problem is, you see, he can't get to the party because it means unravelling his costume.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a downside to everything, people.
Yeah.
This duck wants to be like his friends.
Oh yeah, it's a duck in the centre, yeah.
He thinks he's a flamingo, so he quite literally stands a lot of the time on one foot.
Yeah.
And did you know, people, that flamingos can only eat with their heads upside down? Because it's the only way they can digest. I told you that before.
Yeah, no, you told me the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's really strange. Yeah.
It is really odd. I've got more on that on a bits that come up at some point that I haven't got to yet. Right, next one. Oh, that is brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, it does actually say
there's a snake in my boot.
Yeah. It's from Toy Story.
It is.
It's what he said. What he said when he pulled the string on the back. One of the things he said, wasn't it? Yeah.
There's a snake in my boot. Simple, effective. Right, people, now you're in for a treat. if you're thinking and you're looking at that thinking, oh, that's stunning, that is our dianthus plant in the bathroom.
Yeah.
She blooms.
It's the third time she's bloomed this year.
It's the third time she's bloomed this year, yeah, and her babies have got babies.
Yeah.
She is going absolutely mad in there.
And my mum has wanted to throw her away 2 or 3 times now.
Do you know, she even had her in her bag, you know. I had to keep telling her, no, she's not dead. She's not dead, she just hasn't got any flowers at the moment. And then it looked like Dianthus had stuck a finger up at her the week after, didn't it? Because she had one. And it was, yeah. So, that was different.
Yeah.
Like, this next one is a lilium, apparently.
A lilium.
A lilium. Lilium, yeah. Really pretty. And the next one is a beautiful coloured hibiscus.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I haven't been very detailed on these is I'm joined to a group with different flowers, but some of them are getting more and more difficult to name. And to be perfectly honest, it's really difficult to find because there'll be hundreds of comments on there.
Well, it's all Latin, isn't it? It's all Latin to me.
Oh, God. Didn't me. Right. Now then, as you know, as you get older, bending over can be a little impossible for some of us. This old lady does not let it stop her.
Oh, she's a marionette of herself to feed squiggles in the park.
Yes, she has. That is
that is
precisely
brilliant.
what she's done.
That is brilliant.
So she obviously she can't bend particularly well, but honestly, what a talent!
Yeah.
Isn't, I mean, that really is thinking outside the box, guys.
Yeah. Well, plus I can't accidentally bite your fingers instead.
I've never had a squirrel bite my fingers, and I used to feed them at St Anne's Wells all the time. But yeah, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Oh, those cakes.
we're on to cake fails. Now, although this isn't badly done, I do question the fact it is actually for a 4-year-old girl.
I like the claw marks on the edge of the cake.
You've got to bear in mind as well, I mean, the little girl's name is Leah. That's why you've got the start of an L and an E. And, yeah, guys, you guessed it. They did it blood red.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just that is just brilliantly bad, really. Right, our next one.
Yeah.
Sorry
I
for
wanna know the
peeing on you.
I want to know the backstory on that. Sorry for peeing on you.
Unfortunately, I couldn't find a backstory. But there's, you know, what doesn't say sorry like a cake? Now the question is, was it a shop bought cake or one she made herself?
Well, it looks
And
like
did
one
she
they made themselves.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't fancy going into a baker's asking for that to be made, would you, really?
No, that's right.
But I just hope she washed her hands.
Yeah. Now wash your hands.
Do I need to say anything at all, people?
Pepper peanuts.
Now, I can honestly see somebody seeing that and being really proud of it.
Well, it's similar shape because that's how
Yes,
it goes. Only the
nose is a bit too long.
It's thick. Well, it's thicker as well.
If
It's
the
thicker,
nose
it
had
doesn't
been
go down as much.
if the nose had been
Smaller.
hooked, you could have had it as gonzo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that is really quite brilliantly innocent.
It's right. For a 3-year-old.
Yes.
It's cake.
Right, so now we are on to a magnificent oak tree. Right, I have got a bit on this. It's 800-year-old oak tree. It's called Majesty, or the Fredville Oak, and is located in Fredville Park, Nonnington in Kent.
Alright.
But yeah, 800 years old.
Yeah. Couldn't they afford a new one?
Oh dear. I do love an oak tree. Right. Now, next item is a steampunk violin.
Oh, it's wicked.
Unfortunately, I have no other detail other than that
No.
on it. But it didn't really need any detail.
No,
It
it's just
sort
a
of
design,
speaks
isn't
for
it?
itself, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Right, this next segment is a little bit special.
Is she snorting a bee's bum?
No, now, can any of you
I'd like
tell
to
me
see.
why that bee is so unique?
Because it's him.
No,
He's him.
he's got no wings.
Oh, it isn't. No.
A lady called Fiona Priestley found a wingless bumblebee, which had also been rejected by its colony. She knew she had to do something, and little by little turned into a beautiful friendship where the little insect would return in the best way possible. Now, basically, she got it into a routine. She'd take it out and pop it on the flowers so it could do her thing. It'd sleep. You know, I mean, she really did look after this little bee. But yeah, I mean, if you want more information on that, I'd just type in something like wingless bee.
Wingless bee.
And you'll get the full story. But I just thought, I think I've got another picture as well. Oh yeah, that is the second picture. But it just goes to show, you know, a little bit of kindness.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be born with no wings.
Oh.
Right, so this next item is a 1937 Western Clipper motorhome.
I was going to say it looked like a motorhome.
It looks like an egg, sort of.
So that's what I was going to say. They have the camper, the motor, the caravans that look similar shape to that, teardrop ones.
It does, that's true.
But, yeah,
But no, I thought it was just a bit different.
it is, yeah.
And we do like different.
You do.
Right, this next item is a stunning even, forest-like mushrooms are among the 100 fungi species that are bioluminescent.
Alright.
They're usually found in Asia?
What have you got with reading today?
Asia! I don't know, I don't think my tum's working. My tum
Your
is
tum.
working properly. No. The image was created by Tim Flatch and the bioluminescent mushrooms on Etsy, apparently. But yeah, so pretty.
Yeah.
Right.
That's wicked, that is.
It is, isn't it? That is. That's the Spider Gate, and it's in Hoveton Hall, Norfolk,
Alright.
which is pretty cool. Right,
That
this
doesn't look that old.
No, it isn't. I don't
No.
think. It didn't give a date, but to be honest, you could probably look it up easily enough. But
Yeah.
I was so brain dead anyway that I forgot to do a lot of things I would normally do.
Yeah.
But there you go. Right, this next item I've had on my phone for a couple of. I just think it is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah,
Pegasus. It's in Imaginary Worlds, Atlantis, Botanical Garden.
botanical.
That's the one.
You've really got a proper reading.
You should see how I've spelt it. It's awful.
Alright.
And I ran out of room, so I'm sort of running off of little words.
Right, it's at in.
Yeah,
E.
not good.
Ah.
Right, so now we're on to house fails. And I so want that Pegasus in my garden that I haven't got yet.
House fails.
House fails. So we have got.
Yeah, 'cause that's. It doesn't look like it's a problem bit because like it's upstairs, it's got a balcony until you realise it's indoors.
I know. Renters don't always get their dream home. Sometimes you have to take what you can get.
Yeah.
Here, an apartment complex promised balconies to all prospective signers. They weren't lying. Everyone has their own private space, as you can see.
Yeah.
By private, we do mean public. If you're in the market for a cheap flat, this showing might be for you. We can't imagine they charge much in this apartment complex. The design is horrifying, and was the architect willingly involved?
Yeah.
Possibly. I mean, it doesn't even look like the sort of door, you know, they haven't got glass doors to the balcony, because obviously the people across from you can see directly into your home and what you're doing.
Yeah.
So they've got a normal white door.
Well, it doesn't look like it's got any windows on that side of the place.
Well, no, it wouldn't do, because it's an inside hallway. Who wants to go and sit in or look out onto an inside hallway?
Yeah.
Well, we'll put a balcony in there, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, now then, this next one. It's thinking outside the box, I suppose.
I've seen that one before.
This fan isn't fiction. If you're lucky and you have an air conditioner that takes up a lot of electricity in the summer, though, sometimes people still prefer to use low tech to save on bills. Here we can see a fan that was hastily installed. Guess how we know?
Yeah.
The big missing chunk in the column, I hope that isn't weight bearing, is a dead giveaway. It's clear the structure existed before the appliance.
Yeah.
Once the fan was already ordered, the handyman had a choice to make. Go back to the store or improvise. We can see what happened.
Moving it would have been a good idea.
Well, yeah, because you can see the cord. It's not hidden in the ceiling, so it wouldn't have actually taken that much to move it across.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it's just cause it's up the top, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's not like it would have been a
Yeah.
big job. Now, if I can say that, and I'm not
Yeah.
in the building trade, you know.
Yeah.
Right, this next one is the grand stairway.
Oh yes.
Homes are built on all kinds of terrain. There's different methods for flat land versus hilly areas. Here we can see a major mistake was made. Was the architect at fault? It could have been the contractor, we just don't know. If you're the new owner of this home, be prepared to work those glutes. It's going to be a bit more effort just to come home every day. This structure is unusual. Some would even call it an eyesore.
Yeah.
I mean, not only that, I mean, it just looks so strange.
It does, yeah.
Also, I'm not entirely that sure that that top step would have been necessary, actually. The very top one.
No, because it would have. You would have had to step up into it anyway, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Could just be the angle, but yeah.
But yeah, I mean, talk about a mess up in. Right, now our next item, my lovelies.
Oh my god. That was at Sainsbury's. I recognise the brown.
Yeah.
Pringles, Milky Bar Pringles.
Milky Bar Pringles.
Ugh.
And I have got a picture as well following that up with a picture of...
Oh no!
Yeah.
No. I thought they'd be Milky Bar flavoured. I mean, it's been dipped in chocolate, for Christ's sake.
I don't know that it wouldn't work. I mean, I would have thought milk chocolate would have been a better...
When I was young, when I was a kid,
chocolate.
I used to like ready salted crisps and milk chocolate.
Yeah.
Because it was like a sweet and sour sort of bit.
Well, sweet and salt, isn't it?
Yeah, but so it doesn't.
But
it doesn't say
white
it's got
chocolate
any bit
is
on
very
it,
different, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's not. I'm not entirely sure it would work. Would I be tempted to try them if they're on offer? Probably. Because I mean, I'm just really curious, to be honest, and I am rather partial to a Pringle.
You can always eat half a Pringle.
Well, I suppose you could suck the chocolate off and then eat it as just a normal Pringle afterwards. Right, now this leads us to our last segment before part 2. So this is our veterinary clinic sign.
Running feels great unless you compare it to not running.
That's right.
Yeah.
That I thought was an interesting and yet fair point.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, I'm amazed actually. It's the first one we've had where they haven't made some comment towards an animal, but it was so inspired that I thought, no, I'm definitely going to show it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Right, guys, so that leads us to the end of part one.
Yay.
So join us in part 2 for animal shaming, review of a wiener museum, and Darren's bit, your comments, and price details at the very end.
Yeah.
All right, my lovelies, see you there.
See you in a bit.